So, how does it feel to be a movie director, Abby? You must be so excited. Anna's voice intruded, yanking me out of my worrisome thoughts. Mentally, I cringed. I'd been asked that question, or a similar version, too many times already. Are you the director, Abby? Connie asked before I could say anything. I thought you were the producer. I was neither. And both, plus the camera person, sound person, location scout, lighting expert, wardrobe, hair, and makeup crew, and anything else that needed to be handled. Little of which I knew much about. I'd been promised an experienced film crew, but so far, I was running a one-person show. I'd been volunteered for a number of projects since I'd arrived in Hideaway Grove, and this was the latest. I was okay getting involved with the town while I got my own business up and running, which, like the film project, was proving harder than I'd thought. Director, producer, whatever, Anna said, and waved a spool of green thread around. That movie you're making for the town's website will showcase everything Hideaway Grove has to offer, and get more tourists in here. It's just what the town needs. Hideaway Grove, with its specialty shops, antique stores, and art galleries, depended on tourists, visitors, and conferences to stay afloat. Amen to that, Connie declared as she ran another perfectly straight seam through the sewing machine. We were in the sewing studio I'd put together in the big storage room in my Aunt Sarah's bakery, working on pillowcase dresses, a charity project I headed up. Like Connie's fabric store and Anna's thrift shop, Sarah's Sweets had been a mainstay in Hideaway Grove for decades. Connie and Anna, who were in their 40s, along with Sylvia, one of our librarians, were seated at the sewing machines I'd set up on banquet tables. We'd sewed dresses out of gently used pillowcases that we donated to the church. Several times a year, volunteers traveled to Africa and distributed them to girls in remote villages. I should have been sitting and sewing, like the others, but I kept pacing the room, keeping an eye on my embroidery machine, which was set up on another table, and peering through the open pocket doors into the adjoining bakery. Jody, who worked part-time, chatted with the customers in line at the display case. My Aunt Sarah stood at the big work island in the kitchen, tapping on her phone and frowning. Until lately, I'd rarely seen her frown. Now I rarely saw her smile. "And you're making the whole movie using your phone?" Sylvia asked.